Good evening from Rheumatology Nurses Society. I am Kevin Lyons. I'm the Executive Director of the Rheumatology Nurses Society, and I want to welcome you to a special RNS Newsroom live broadcast. This is our inaugural broadcast that we're doing on not Room Now Live, sorry, Dr. Cush, but RNS Newsroom Live. So what we are going to be doing is coming to you periodically with updates on the Rheumatology Nurses Society from various aspects, from education, advocacy, action we've taken, events we have concluded, events that we have coming up. But I'd just like to take a moment and welcome you tonight. We have a couple of events coming up tomorrow night and the next night, and then on Tuesday night that we just want to make sure that you're aware of. But if you're joining us tonight, definitely give us a shout out. Let me know where you're joining from, and we would love to hear from you. So the Rheumatology Nurses Society, if you're not familiar with us, we are the voice of rheumatology nurses and nurse practitioners in the world. So we provide probably the largest amount of accredited education for rheumatology nurses and APPs out there, and we have a lot of resources for you, and we have a lot of exciting and wonderful things coming up in 2023. I can't believe that we're already 4 or 5 months in, and we have been just cranking moving forward. So let's get started with a couple of updates that we have coming. First off, tomorrow night, we're actually starting our series on modern medicine. This is a look at telemedicine and how we are looking at that throughout rheumatology and the lifespan of rheumatology. On our modern medicine series, it starts tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a free accredited education series, and we're navigating the journey of the rheumatology patient in a virtual world. We're taking specific disease states, but we're also giving you a lot of training surrounding using telemedicine, some tools and guides to help you better implement telemedicine with your patients. So tomorrow night we start with rheumatoid arthritis, and of course you can go to our website at rnsevents.org and find out a lot more about this. The learning objectives, of course, would be defining common rheumatic disease treatments and therapies through a telemedicine visit. Look for opportunities and barriers of implementing those visits, and better recognizing the mechanisms that drive development of rheumatologic disease and their treatments, and of course applying treatment strategies. And if, like any RNS event, there is always opportunities to win. We're calling it our live webinar series, but as you can see, 2 of the sessions are virtual, and that's going to be tomorrow night, Wednesday, April 19th at 7 p.m. And then we have a second session on JIA on Thursday, June 29. Now, even if you're not a pediatric rheumatology nurse or advanced practice provider, still, these are going to be your patients. So you want to take this education in and learn about this. This is going to be a special one as they're talking through, and there'll even be some case study and role play on working with a pediatric patient via a telemedicine visit. The next 2 events are going to be during our annual conference coming up in August. So if you attend all 4 of those, you get to win some serious prizes, or get to draw to win for those prizes. Those are the grand prizes of like an iPad Air and an AirPod. But each event, including tomorrow night, you're going to have opportunities to win things like Nespresso coffee machines, Amazon gift cards, and so forth. So again, tomorrow night, Sheila is going to do an amazing job on the rheumatoid arthritis, along with the disease state discussion that we focus on intake, pre-visit, prepping patients for what to expect. And then JIA, then we're covering psoriatic arthritis and axial spondyloarthropathies. This is available for up to 5 contact hours throughout the entire series. All we ask is that you register and reserve your seat. So, with that being the case, let me just take a look. Hey, Twiggy, it looks like you joined us tonight. So good to see you, Twiggy. We appreciate everything that you do with RNS. As you know, we're coming to your hometown, coming up in Austin. So if you want more information about our conference, go to rnsevents.org, go to conference, and there's some basic information. We're about to launch registration any time now. It'll probably be, I'm not going to give you a time frame, but keep an eye over this next week or 2. Our team is working very hard on it. So we will be in Austin, Texas. If you've never been to one of the RNS conferences, this is a not to miss event. This is for the nurse practitioner, the APP, for LPN, LVNs, MSN, all the modalities there. We have a ton of fun, but we deliver a ton of education. We're currently putting together our boot camp, which will be very good. Interesting. So I will be right back. My camera just dropped out, but coming up next is a special message from Joni, who is our chapter lead. So take it away, Joni.
Hey RNS friends, my name is Joni Fontenot. I am the virtual national chapter leader for the RNS. We're having our next meeting on Thursday, April 20th at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I'd love to see you there. We have some great things to discuss. I'd love to hear feedback from you and get your thoughts on some of the topics that we're going to discuss. If you got the chapter chat in your email, they have a link to where it'll take you through the registration process, and I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Joni, and I'm back on camera. So we have tomorrow night is our modern medicine, but then the next night, April 20th, you don't want to miss our national chapter meeting. Anyone's allowed to come. If you're a member, if you're not a member, we're inviting everyone to this meeting. It's going to be kind of like a Zoom webinar format. So it'll be kind of like a Zoom call, but not exactly. There'll be opportunities to interact and to speak with Joni and various board members. I'm planning on attending as well, but we ask you to just sign up. If you click on that QR code, that will take you to the sign up, or you can look on our website or also on Facebook and LinkedIn. We have lots of posts on there as well. Twiggy, can't wait. Hopefully, Twiggy, you're going to be able to make it to the chapter meeting as well on Thursday night on April 20th. After that, we also have our pediatric chapter national meeting. Now, these are all virtual meetings, and this one is they're going to be talking about the highlights of the Pediatric Rheumatology Symposium that just recently occurred. Our board member, Barbara Kinzel, she attended that, and she'll be leading this pediatric chapter. If you know any pediatric nurses or advanced practice providers, please encourage them to come. A couple of other things, and this is just going to be a quick run tonight that we have coming up, is we have, of course, our call for abstracts for our annual conference. This is a great way to participate, share some of your knowledge, share some of your insights, and you can also win lead authors or can get complimentary registration to the conference, as well as a complimentary night at the Austin Marriott, which is a fantastic hotel that we're super excited to be going to. Something else that we'd like to point out is, just to save the date, is our October 19 through 21 Virtual Fall Summit. That is coming up. We're going to be talking about clinical applications and presentations of care. And then also, biosimilars is a super hot topic right now. Be on the lookout for the Rheumatology Nurses Society's town hall meetings on biosimilars. We know that biosimilars is going to have a significant impact on nurses and advanced practice providers as the rollout of the auto-injector pens and everything coming up in June, July. So we're going to be starting a live town hall series, bringing in guests and a lot of different board members talking through things. Oh, Twiggy, great. You're going to try to join us. That will be fantastic. We'd love to see you on Thursday night, the National Chapter Call. So we definitely have the Biosimilars Forum coming up, the town hall meetings. We have a lot of education coming over this year and next year around social determinants of health. We have about 20 dinner programs next year, and then we have a lot of education and resources coming out to help identify that. And I'd like to thank everyone who's been participating in our polls that we've been submitting. We've had a lot of interest and the feedback about, are you comfortable identifying, having discussions around, and exploring how to overcome social determinants of health with your patients. So we have that coming up. A couple of other updates. We have a dinner series coming up. This year, we're going to be in 8 cities, and we're going to be talking about handling the hard questions, what our patients are asking us about biosimilars. We'll be covering biosimilars versus biologics versus generics, learning biosimilar vernacular and why it matters to patients about, and the things that patients are asking us about biosimilars. We're going to be talking through the clinical data of biosimilars. But with that, my camera decided to shut off once again because the battery is exhausted. So I'm going to wrap up tonight. This is just to get out there and get some news out there, and we will be in touch. We appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Have a good night.
you.